Hi, Kimmie. It's Ashley here. I just wanted to go over really quick your response, or just talk about a few things that you had mentioned. So you had said that students aren't getting consistent programs they need. I thought that was a good point because especially the word consistency, because it is good for a counselor to be able to consistently be available for students and consistently provide those services that they need, because just meeting up with them every once in a blue moon is not enough. And also just having limited resources is not enough either for them. So being consistent is, and having a consistent counseling program is key. I really like how you had mentioned about the crisis reactive counseling versus the preventative. Those are good points to mention and to focus on, because we are going to want to try to be preventative and just use strategies and work wisely to prevent things from escalating into a higher level. Rather than just reacting to everything that's rolling around, reacting to it. I think that being preventative can help us save lots of headaches for a lot of people. Not only that, but can help us prevent any emergencies, any issues that can escalate to further problems with our students and our staff too. For example, trying to prevent bullying escalate to higher cases where a sheriff or a district attorney, things like that, have to be involved on your campus. So that is one thing. Right now we are going through that in our campus with one issue, a case of bullying, it's just been ongoing with our school coming out on the news or something coming out on social media from one event. So I think that being trained for these events would be very helpful, and for everyone involved, because we'll be able to prevent things like this happening. Okay, let's go to the next part. I really like how you had mentioned the staff would have trust issues. That's a really good thing, because would the staff be like, well, we can't really rely on the counselor, so we have to take this extra work upon ourselves to kind of be a counselor role or provide these for the students and their families, because the counselor in our school, we can't rely on her. She's all over the place. She's doesn't know what she's doing. She lacks knowledge and expertise and awareness of these programs and services for the students. Either that, they can react that way, and then when they don't trust the counselor, they would just not really want to send students to you, which can prevent issues, because then those kids need someone to be able to vent to, and a safe haven for them. But when the counselor's not being able to be someone that's reliable, that's where issues arise, and so on. I think it's good also how you mentioned being able to let the counselor know, if you're a lead counselor, being able to let them know about the counseling role exactly, and just sitting down with them. I would appreciate that. I would appreciate someone to just kind of sit with me, go over it, kind of like when they go over T-test with you in the beginning, but kind of like that, just going over what your job description is, not just throwing you in there, but kind of having like a mentor and someone to just kind of guide you. I just wonder how it is in my district, because we only have one school counselor, so I do wonder how that they would do that. The next one I really agree with you on it is, and I kind of did mention it too, was being able to receive positive feedback and constructive and supportive feedback, instead of oh, you did this wrong, or you didn't do this right, or you forgot this, and so on. But kind of mentioning their strengths and weaknesses. Like I had mentioned in my discussion, being able to point out those two and discuss them, and then be supportive for that counselor that is new and underperforming and does need a growth. I think those are good. Instead of just like how you mentioned, they're actually supportive and they're not just evaluating you just to evaluate you, get their job done, but they're actually finding resources and discussing with you and including in you and how you can grow. But I'll go ahead and stop here, and thank you for sharing, and we'll see you next week.